What? Y'all ever been up here before?
And you can see kind of what I'm looking at. So I'll use the light to walk down here. That is another one of the morgues, I believe.
Here we go.
We are Lee and Alicia Ducote.
I'm an author and novelist who likes to write romance and adventure.
And I am an outdoor adventurous who loves to drag Lee along with me.
Together, we travel all over the country and search for those off-the-beaten-path adventures that don't cost a fortune, with the hope to inspire others to get out and find their own adventure.
So gear up, grab your backpack, and come go with us as we search for that next crazy adventure.
And maybe find a little romance along the way.
Jefferson, Texas, a small, quaint little town located here in the northeast part of the state. Built in the 19th century, this little town has become a traveling destination for people looking for history, precious bed and breakfasts, along with turn-of-the-century hotels and seasonal festivals that can outdo any big city. Even though a few hundred miles from the coast, Jefferson was the second largest port in the 1800s. In 1845, when obstructions were removed from the Big Cypress Bayou, steamboats could reach Jefferson from New Orleans. We are meeting with one of the leading paranormal investigation teams here in Texas, and we are going ghost hunting.
First, we're gonna eat though.
You're always hungry.
I am, and there's a super cool place right over here.
All right, let's check it out.
Annie Skinner's Riverboat Club, opened in 1983.
One of the few remaining downtown commercial buildings never modernized. On the walls are some of the photos of the steamboats that called on the Northeast Texas Riverport. Above the back wall is the large King of Spades, Jefferson's calling card, because many of the pilot boat captains couldn't read, but they could definitely read a deck of cards.
Wow, Lee. That's really informative.
It's all right here on their menu. What you say we go get a bite to eat? Come on.
Let's go.
We weren't here by coincidence. We were meeting the team that was going to take Lee and I on our first paranormal investigation. The Northeast Texas Paranormal Society met us at Annie Skinner's. The team consists of Sheila, Buffy, Jason, Lynn, Randy, and Lisa. A group of people that have seen and witnessed many unexplained things and have communicated with multiple spirits.
This is insane, and this is an adventure.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess so. All right.
Maybe we can find a dark corner
All right.
without a ghost.
No. You can't.
Just
Roy.
feel like you-
Not Roy.
Who?
What was his name?
Ray.
Ray. All right, we gotta go find Ray.
Don't be thinking of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man tonight.
He could fit in this building though. All right, hey, let's go join her. Let's go meet with our team.
Let's go. So they're setting up cameras all over the building, and they're going to monitor it from, this is like our central command here for the night. So there is some air conditioning right here, some power, but once we get up on the upper floors, and it's what, a 4-story building?
It's
Four-story building, then there won't be any more power or air conditioner or anything. So we'll at least be able to take breaks throughout the night, but they'll be able to monitor everything going on here.
Ambient temperature on the bottom, that's an ambient thermometer. This is the EMF field, the zeros are, and it's very sensitive.
So what does this mean, since this is doing this?
It's something setting it off.
Something setting
An
this
energy
one off.
setting it off. Does anybody have their phone on? Because phone
Mine's
knows
on
that.
airplane.
No, I just turned mine
Hang on, I'll turn mine off.
phone set that one off.
So this is
That's going
this
off.
is lighting up right now. So there's a,
Something's coming near us. Some energy is affecting it.
and then we walk around with these to
And
know
set
if
them
there's-
down, and you can say, could you light that up if you're here with us? Thank you. See, they go back and forth. They talk between them sometimes. We feel like it's talking.
Third floor, middle.
So this would give me a baseline reading for the whole, hit red. It went to red. As soon as you looked at me.
Because I looked away.
Isn't that crazy?
It just doesn't want me to see it.
After getting instructions on most of the instruments the team uses during their investigation and testing a few of the gadgets, we gathered for our pre-investigation meeting.
Do you know anybody here?
Alicia is what it sounded like. Did you hear it?
That's what I heard.
Alicia.
You've been listening to this for a long time.
Okay, I heard it that time. Because there's definitely a spirit here. Because this she said, is never off of 0, and it's gone up to 2.2.
We have just got through setting up, and when I say we, I mean Jason and Randy. Alicia and I have been sitting in the air conditioner for the last 15 minutes. It's rather warm on some of the floors, but it is absolutely incredible. It's more than what we kind of expected, I think, too.
So, yeah.
So everything is set up. They have cameras on each floor. They have a REM pod set up down here. We'll go through all of that as we investigate through the night. I'm ready to go. So who's taking Alicia and I? Got my infrared camera going, and we are heading to the basement, which is supposed to be one of the most active areas here. So here we go.
The basement of the hospital is home to storage, classrooms for continuing education, the autopsy laboratory, and the morgue. Yes, you heard me right. Autopsy and morgue. Lee questions why we do this show all the time. We no more get into the autopsy room and one of the morgue doors, and I mean a heavy steel door, shuts on its own. Once we figured out where everything was, the team started setting up on both ends of the autopsy room to try and make a connection with the other world.
Would you please turn it back on? Starting to get dark again. Would you please?
Yep, there we go.
A little brighter if you don't mind. I know you can do it, you've already done it. All the way bright.
Wow.
Thank you very, very much.
I feel like I'm in a spotlight.
Thank you. Would you turn it off so we can ask you some questions? All the way. All the way, I know you can. We just appreciate you talking to us. A little bit. Thank you very much.
Lee set their light down and then asked the camera crew to turn off their lights for total darkness.
Will you talk to Lee?
Just tap it one time and it'll come on. Thank you. That is a solid tap too.
That's really, really cool. You were just a Walmart flashlight. Well, that was my first time to ever communicate with a spirit.
We spent some time making our way through an entanglement of antique hospital fixtures and a maze of hallways, and before we knew it, Lee was left alone. Not good.
Okay, one thing with me is I'm kind of a chicken, and to be down here by myself, it's kind of going a long way. So I'm down in the basement. Lynn just went upstairs. Alicia and them are way down the hall here. I want to turn the light. And you can see kind of what I'm looking at. So I'm going to use the light to walk down here. That is another one of the morgues, I believe. Okay. I just can't grab it. Somebody's walking behind me. Okay. Freaked out a little bit. I'm not gonna holler, but somebody's walking behind me. Okay. A little freaked out. I walked Lynn up, walked back out, and somebody followed me down the hallway. When I stopped walking, you could hear them.
Oh, see, you truly, it happens. We knew it was gonna happen to you.
I promise that I have it on video. You can hear it.
Oh my gosh, and they're dragging their feet almost like.
Just like how I was walking. That was really, really freaky. Like, I could hear them like coming fast down the hall. We're coming out from doing the basement run. That was pretty insane. That was pretty cool, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah. All right.
All right, so we saw some shadows from the 3rd floor. So Jason, Buffy, Lee, and I are gonna go up to the 3rd floor and check out those shadows that they were vividly seeing on the monitors. And again, nobody's even been to the 3rd floor since we set up about 2.5 hours ago. So let's see how it goes.
All right, Buffy.
Okay.
You're a little bit more spooked than the rest.
Yes. I claim it.
All right, I do too. So you kick Jason, I kick Alicia, and we'll get out of here.
Oh yeah, just stay wherever I'm at.
EVPs, better known as electronic voice phenomena, are sounds found on electronic recordings that relate to the spiritual world. Devices that can capture EVPs are recorders, camera microphones, cell phones, and the list can go on and on. But one of the most effective ways is called the Ghost Box, also known as Frank's Box, named after Frank Sumption, who invented the device in the early 2000s. It takes AM band waves with white noise and generates split-second snippets of sound so that you can have a real-time communication with a ghost.
What room number are you in?
It was hard for the camera to pick up the answer, but we all agreed the numbers were a 5, a 3, and a 7.
Come touch one of us. Get real close to us.
We continued our investigation up to the 5th floor, where we were met with more dilapidation and a plethora of dead birds and an eerie feeling that someone was following us.
Where are you going? Nothing leave us there.
We almost lost our cameraman.
Almost.
Of course, I'm walking around by myself. I've lost the group. Yikes.
As I caught up with the group and our cameraman's heart rate started to lower, we stepped out onto the balcony for a little fresh air and your average dare to see who was going to climb up to the top of the roof to see what was over the brick wall. And of course, you know who took the dare. Darting back inside and avoiding bird bombs from a mother pigeon guarding the door, we found something we weren't expecting.
What room did they say downstairs?
537.
Hey, that's why. What we got?
We got 5 and I got a 7.
3, there was a 7.
This is it right here.
Stupid birds.
You have to understand, there are over 100 rooms on each floor. All of them are covered in bird mess. Not this room. Why is that? We wrapped up that part of our investigation and headed back down to the command center to meet with the rest of the team.
All right, we're headed down to the basement for round 4, and it's seems to be the most active. Jason is leading us down, and Sheila is with us.
I studied each hallway with our infrared camera, and though I saw many shadows, I kind of wrote them off as my imagination. That was until Sheila joined us and started a communication with a spirit looking for his loved one.
If you have a message to give us, light up the flashlight. You're right. Your friend's alive. What do we do now? We've never been in this situation.
She's feeling Stella. Can you turn the light off? All I can hear in my ears is
Turn the flashlight all the way off.
Stella.
Stella.
If you can turn it off and turn it back on if Buffy's right and it's Stella.
Turn it all the way off for us. We have a question for you. Thank you. When like the flashlight comes on, there's a bright light. There's a light that you can find. And if you look towards that light, instead of looking in this darkness that you live in, and go towards that light, move towards that light, that place of happiness, Stella could be there if she's passed. If she's not, you can still see her from that. We believe. Thank you. Can you turn that off for me again? You can leave it on if you want to. Go towards that light. When you see that light and you go towards that light, you can turn this flashlight on because it's a better place than this. You can move forward. You believe that. We believe that.
Got it.
Camera.
Crazy.
Hey, Ray. Don't cross the streams.
Do I?
Don't cross the streams.
Oh. All right, get out of here before we're met with biblical proportions.
Just remember, if somebody asks you if you're a god, you say yes.
That is a lot of Ghostbuster themes. But, you know, it is.
We packed up the equipment and started our long journey back home.
All right. Good job, guys.
Adventures come in all types. Some people love to be on mountaintops, while others love the ocean. Some adventures are going outside of the comfort zone, while others love their comfort. If you would ever like to go on a paranormal investigation, well, it's easier than you think. Look online for local groups or on Facebook. Many teams love to take people on investigation. Some charge money and some don't. Do your research and find a team that would fit your adventure. And at the end of the day, don't get spooked.